Hello and welcome to Payday 2. This is the beta version, which you can currently get if you buy the Criminal Edition, which basically gives you a few extra little goodies, and you get to play the beta before the game comes out in, I think it's 2.5 weeks. Now the first Payday, I didn't really like, and you can probably find one of my videos on the channel. I thought the actual shooting mechanics was really floaty. Weapons didn't seem to have any weight to them, and it got pretty boring pretty quickly. There was nothing to aim for. Luckily, Payday 2 corrects the majority of these problems. The gunfire feels a lot more beefy, and they've introduced a sort of an RPG element into it. So the further in you get more experience. You can unlock additional things for your weapons, camo, magazine sights, stocks, lots of secondary weapons. There are also quite a lot of gadgets in here as well. C4, medical packs, ammo packs, drills, extra body armor and things like that. You can upgrade masks and your character, and it's quite an enjoyable RPG element to it that the original one really didn't have. There are also, at the end of a successful heist or a successful mission, you get basically like it's what am I thinking of? Like a jackpot machine where you get to pick 4 slots with a card that you can't tell what you're picking, and you randomly just pick which one you want, and you could get a random drop. It could be a mask, an extra weapon mod, different colours for your weapons, and there are also a chance to get really rare masks. One in I think it's 175,000% chance of actually getting it, and you can sell them as well. There's also a skill tree, 4 different character types: Mastermind, Enforcer, Technician and Ghost. I've actually gone for the Technician. I start off with things such as C4, extra weapon abilities such as less recoil. I can fix the drills quicker on the safes, and I want to work my way up to get the sentry drone up at the top. Really is a big improvement over the first game. So, as you can see here, these are just some of the things. I'm not quite sure why that won't unlock. The game is 4-player co-op, so it's not PvP. You are actually playing, and it's a lot more fun if you can play with 4 people you know over TeamSpeak than it is to actually play with noobs who just go off and do their own thing. So these are some of the missions that are available in the beta. You mouse over them, gives you a little description of how much money you can win, how many players are in the game, and the difficulty level. So here we go. This is the basic one. Tells us what we have to do. We have to retrieve the meth. Let's get in, have a look at this, and let's see what we think.
Call a rundown dump like this a lab is straight ahead. Get in and watch for Mendoza's soldiers. Oh. Get into the house and see if you can find Hector's cooks.
Now in this particular mission we've already started off with our masks on, and we're actually in the attack mode. Usually in the other games you can, recon, get an idea, mark bodyguards, security guards and things like that, but because of this particular mission type, we're at a drug house. It's obviously already, you know what I'm saying, we're already in the action. Now you can see at the bottom right, that's me, para. It gives me my ammo, it tells me that I've got 3 trip mines. They weren't actually C4s, they were trip mines, I do apologise. And I also have 2 zip ties. We can take hostages. Shoot this guy. Get down, boy! There we go, the cooks are dead. Yeah, I've actually got 2 tie wraps. Basically, I can take hostages, and if one of the characters dies in the 4-player co-op, we can actually negotiate with the police to get a hostage exchange. So basically, if you die in game, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're out of the game, and once you're actually down, one of the other characters can revive you. So here I'm just putting some trip mines down, which is part of my character trait, just to stop the cops or the extra drug dealers coming in. Now, part of this mission, this is the first time I've actually done this one, and somebody mentioned don't touch it if you don't know what you have to do. The game is a little bit like Left 4 Dead, as in it generates random elements, but the next time we play this one there may not be this little meth section. It may be that we have to defend something in the basement and so on. So each time you play the game it is completely different. So the part of the mission that they have to do now for this first section is defend and cook the meth, is we have to look around this building for different chemicals, and you actually have to know which chemicals to mix to create the meth. Now I don't, because this is the first time I've done it, so I'm going to leave it to these guys. So now you may be wondering, what the hell am I doing out here running up to these planks? I'm actually trying to find some wood to board up some of the windows. Because what I found later on is that the SWAT team actually come through the windows, so it's a good tactic to try and block them off. Now I'm just being a noob here. I've seen this box lit up and I just want to know what this box is. Even though it tells you up at the top right that the police are actually assaulted in progress, I actually ran out like a noob just to see what that box is, and luckily for me one of my teammates comes and actually picks me back up again.
Thanks.
Turns out it was just actually the power box to put the lights back on the building, which makes it a little bit easier. I'm just going to wait here and see if the cops come through and go through my trip mine. Took these guys out. I think what's been a big improvement over the first game is the actual audio. I think that the weapon fire it's got a lot more punch to it. In fact, the actual weapon handling is a lot better compared to the first one. The first one just felt like you were firing a pea shooter. They just had nothing to it. This current weapon I've got at the minute, it's got a real chunky blasting feel in it. It's kind of one of those things where if you haven't played the first one, you'll probably come into this and go, "Oh, what's he talking about?" But the guns actually feel like they've got a little bit of weight to them. They're actually enjoyable to fire. There seems to be quite a few different weapons. I wish there was some grenades in there, or even an RPG, but I don't know whether you take an RPG to a heist. Obviously there are lots and lots of missions. I think there are 17 missions with 4 or 5 different subsections to each one, so the game is pretty massive. Everything from jewellery heists to bank heists to drug deals. We're having to stick out a tank here. This guy is an absolute beast.
Bulldozer's history!
I think from playing the game, I really wish that they'd gone with Frostbite. Can you imagine Frostbite 2 with this game, with full destruction? It just would have been absolutely immense. But unfortunately we didn't get it, so we should be grateful for what we've got, because there are no other games out on the market that are like this. Maybe Left 4 Dead. It's got that sort of co-op heisty feel to it. What I do love about it is, though, even if you're playing on a server with Joe Public, there does seem to be quite a lot of teamwork. You go down, somebody will actually help you, because if all 4 of you stay alive at the end of the game, you all actually get more money and more experience. So there is that benefit there to actually want to help each other get through the game to the end. Now, the developers have said that the AI currently is using the same AI routines from the first Payday, which is not the best. Sometimes they'll actually run in and just they don't attack you, and it can be difficult, but other times it's just like the AI are a bit retarded. They have said that for the actual launch title that the AI will be redone completely, so that normal will be normal, hard will be just ridiculous. So that coming challenge should be really rather good. Now, unfortunately, I got killed here, and it looks like Bane is negotiating. I'm not actually quite sure how you negotiate with it. An explosion goes off and the whole meth lab, it actually explodes in a second, meaning that the majority of the team will actually die, so I'll let you just watch that.
Crowd's climbing the outside. Get to the windows. We can't use the lab anymore. It's gone. Take what you have and let's leave.
Now my guess is that actually exploded because we didn't actually finish the mission we were supposed to do, or we didn't cook the chemicals right. And whatever the chemical we've created, obviously looks like we've created some sort of flashbangs, because it's just filled the entire room up. I don't think this is a bug at the minute. I think this is actually part of the game. So basically, is the game worth getting? That's what you're going to ask me. And we'll forget about it being on Frostbite. That would just be immense. But if you're looking for a co-op game that's a little bit like Left 4 Dead, it's got that real cool team aspect to it, then yeah, definitely get this game. It's enjoyable. Whether the enthusiasm and whether you'll want to keep playing it as you've got further up into the ranks, probably, because you'll want to create another character and go through their skill tree. So that RPG element to it really does add to it. The graphics are a massive step up from the first one. definitely. I mean, they could be better, but then again, you could go on and on and on, couldn't you? Audio, vast improvement. Definitely a lot better. Weapons and audio have definitely got a better kick to them. Weapons feel nice and beefy. The fact that there's the RPG elements in it to want to make you keep playing and unlock things or keep the game fresh. Seems to be lots and lots of content. If you've got 4 friends that you want to play on TeamSpeak, then this is a game that I highly recommend. Maybe a little bit steep at £36 for the ability to play the beta. But then again, I'd already played the first one, so I knew a little bit about the game. But yeah, comes highly recommended. I'll just leave you to watch a little bit more of this jewellery heist gone wrong, and I shall see you for some more videos. Any questions, leave them in the box below. In the meantime, watch my noobish bank heist. I won't be robbing a bank anytime soon, that's for sure. I've been Para, aka Ape Lad. You can catch me on Steam if you want to have a game. More than welcome. Thanks for watching. I shall see you soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, Wolf, follow me.
Don't go being tricky. Jake, hey, tricky.
On the ground.
On your
James,
face.
come with me.
Nice. Now start her up. Here we go. We should be through in a couple of minutes. Deep breath. Cops are all over your location.
Stay down.
More cops on the way.
Don't move.
Everybody stay down. Don't act dumb. Down!